It's live. Yo, 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 yo. Hey, everybody, share the live, share the live, share the live. We're running a little bit behind, but we're here.
Hey, what's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Lil King, Riding High Podcast, Riding High with DJ Lil King, and we back with another new music premiere, you know what I'm saying? But before we get into the actual visual, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get to know the story behind the visual, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple of people up in the house tonight, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and start over there at the end and let everybody introduce themselves, man.
My name is JLT, man. Hey, DJ Lil King, I just want to thank you for this opportunity to come present what we have on your platform. You've been a big instrument in the city, and so first and foremost, thank you for having us. Me and my partner Phaze, we saw a situation that happened in our community, and we took a deep investment into it personally, and so we created a song together behind the story that they have, you know. And
before we get into it, let's get everybody to introduce themselves, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yo, what up? It's Jay Gray, a.k.a. Phaze.
Andrew Garza.
Already, George. Since you you so anxious to jump into it, baby. Let's get to know it, man. Let's get to it, man. Shit.
Yeah. I'm very anxious, and it's because I have a lot of passion behind this. I mean, like the story and the people that are behind this story. You know what I'm saying? Which me and Phaze, the people that made the song, we only have a small inclination of what it could possibly mean for real to go through that for real in life. We just try to utilize our imagination to the best of our ability to put ourselves in those shoes of somebody struggling like that, and we just hope that message translates into something positive for the community. I've been blessed to meet the parents of the individual, Andrew, baby Drew, who passed away, unfortunately. And through that, we've built a brotherhood, a camaraderie, and we plan on building a movement for hopefully to change some lives, change the direction of a couple misled youth. And, that's just my piece.
Yeah. For sure. Shit. What's your story behind it, Phaze?
I mean, pretty much everything that he said, man. I really jump deep into details after we show the video. I told everybody it's already about to come up, so we'll show the video, and then we can really just start getting into exactly, how it came about, how we made it, and just the every thought and process that came into it.
Ready for sure. Shit. Let's get into the video real quick, and right after we get into the video, we're gonna get right back into the interview, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the page, no matter what platform you're on, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, you know what I'm saying? And, hey, make sure you're sharing this video. Let everybody know what's good, you know what I'm saying? We about to drop it. I'm gonna get them to introduce it, and then we're going to play it.
Right now, you're about to see Phaze, Baby Drew, long live Baby Drew. Everybody put Drew's World in the comments, put some fire emojis in the comments, put some worlds in the comments, and I hope y'all enjoy the record as much as we do.
Rest in peace, Baby Drew. We love you forever. I ain't been sleeping, baby boy. I really wish you could visit. Never crossed my mind I'm being in such a position. My heart's heavy, and this is blurring my vision. I'm sitting and looking at you like, who could have did this? Who could have been so fucking ugly to a beautiful soul? Shit always happens to somebody you don't know. Guess it hitting different when it's one of your own. Never thought it would be you that got what God to come home. But who am I to play with God on his side? Man, I swear to God, I swear to God for everything he's doing this side. Try to keep the faith, but I'm on thin lines. How you take my baby, then expect for me to love you? My heart been died, this hatred. Why couldn't you save it? I'm gonna scream at you, you wish I could erase this. All these fucking prayers and you couldn't even say shit. I just need some answers to this shit you ain't explaining, so tell me, Lord. I'm crying out sometimes, cause I can't sleep at night. Sometimes I wish that I could rewind and just be with you, baby. I'm crying out your name. These days won't be the same. Just wish I could escape all this pain that I've been feeling. I'm crying out sometimes, cause I can't sleep at night. Sometimes I wish that I could rewind and just be with you, baby. I'm crying out your name. These days won't be the same. Just wish I could escape all this pain that I've been feeling. In my heart, you gon' live forever, but my mind shattered to too many pieces that I can't put together. And day by day, I feel I'm getting better, but then that one day comes where I realize I lost my greatest treasure. And every day I'm sitting plotting revenge. I'm God-fearing, but this devil really talking within. Too many times all I wanna do is just cock it and spin, so I can go and take it on, so you can feel how I did. Shit, but that ain't me, and I know that ain't true. That's why I just can't comprehend how all of this came true. Wish that I could turn back time and I could've saved you. Feeling like I failed you, but I know that shit ain't true, baby. I'm crying out sometimes, cause I can't sleep at night. Sometimes I wish that I could rewind and just be with you, baby. I'm crying out your name. These days won't be the same. Just wish I could escape all this pain that I've been feeling. I'm crying out sometimes, cause I can't sleep at night. Sometimes I wish that I could rewind and just be with you, baby. I crying out your name. These days won't be the same. Just wish I could escape.
Man,
Man, every time I listen to that song, it's like my first time listening to it again.
Already,
time.
yeah.
Every
Boy
time.
sang his ass off, man. Shit.
That was
For
passion.
real.
Hell yeah. Hey, the YouTube link is in the description, you know what I'm saying? So y'all run them numbers up on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Just released right now, 9 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Central time. So y'all
yes, sir. Riding High Podcast, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, appreciate y'all boys. Appreciate y'all coming through, you know what I'm saying? Man, let's get back into the story, man. Let's get back into it, man.
Man, so this whole thing came about because obviously when I heard the news, I personally knew Baby Juice since he was about 7 years old. And when I heard the news, it was just like one of those no way moments, you know what I mean? Like maybe somebody got the story mixed up or nah, that really didn't happen, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even
But-
mean to interrupt you, bro, but I think if we start from the beginning and then we start from yours, because Andrew already showed me your music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Matter of fact, man, I just met Phaze. Man, I didn't even know Phaze. Like everything he spoke in that song was man, the emotions were on point. It was real on point without us even knowing each other. But when my son, when he was here, he had told me, he was just like, man, because he was like my young world star. You know what I'm saying? He was the one lacing me up in like the schools or the hip hop industry or the shoes or anything.
He keep you up to date with all the shit.
Yeah, for sure. And there was one time where he was just like, man, check out this, Dad, and he showed me Phaze's music. And man, instantly I'm like, man, son, okay, like, man, dude got something going for himself. Like, it's about time he showed me something good. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. And man, months went by, you know, and everything happened the way it did. And we have a balloon release while we're going through the process and stuff. And man, there's a lot of people there, bro. Like, I get there and it's just already, man, you feel the love in the air. Like, man. And I'm going through everybody. I'm trying to get to the middle. And we have candles to, you know, give away for everybody could light a candle. We have balloons and stuff for everybody could release their balloons for my son, Andrew. And, man, while I'm trying to get to the middle, I'm looking at everybody and I'm like, man, I'm starting to see faces I haven't seen in a long time just showing love. And it just meant everything to me. And one Phaze that like took a picture, boom, was Phaze's face, because I seen Phaze through the crowd, and like man, immediately my mind just took a picture of his face, and I was like, man, that's the dude that my son told me about. Like, man, that's love, man. I felt the love, and I was like, man, that's cool. Like, man, it's badass that he even showed up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we did that, and he ended up hitting me up talking about he wanted to do a song, and he was actually him and OT.
No, actually, I didn't. He called me. I don't even know how he got my number. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, did I?
Yeah, you called me. Yeah, you called me because. So I go to the vigil, and this is the first time I didn't know him. You know what I mean? So I'm standing there, and I'm watching this man, and probably a crowd of. I mean, if you were there, you know, but we're in a crowd of at least 100-something people. You know what I mean? And I'm tripping out because here's this man standing here in front of all these people trying to deliver a message when his son's a couple, like, not even a whole mile down the road in the hospital on life support. You know what I mean? And here he is standing here talking about prayer, spreading this message, like just standing strong in front of all these people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm sitting here like, bro, how the fuck is this guy doing this right now?
It's all God's glory.
There's no way that I would have been able to do that. So immediately I get inspired. And anybody who knows me knows that I pick up really big on energy. You know what I mean? And when I feel like there's something that is happening in somebody's life that it's hard for them to talk about, or they just don't have a real way to express it, I feel like I got to take that matter into my own hands and do it for them, type of thing. Just like on some, I don't know. That's just how I rock, you know. But I go to OT's house and I tell him, like, bro, I just went to this thing, like, this and this is how I'm feeling, and I wanna do a song for them, right? I told my homeboy that I wanted to do a song, right? Well, I guess he tells Mama, and then Mama tells him, and then they pass my number to him, and we get a call while I'm working on the song. You know what I mean? But when it came down to how we made it, it was one of those things where me and him we have this thing, like, this recording process where the mic is like right next to us. We sit down, we get some drinks, you know what I mean? And we just sit there and we create, right? So we sitting there next to each other, and it was, and my pops is, you know, one of my biggest supporters. Shout out Pops. But he's one of my biggest supporters, and so he always comes to my studio sessions. So he's sitting there, and we tell him what's going on. He's kind of like, man, man, that's crazy, right? So we're sitting here, and I'm just trying my best to mentally put myself in this man's shoes. You know what I'm saying? I got kids. You know what I mean? I'm sure y'all do too. It's like you can really only fathom that so much, right? And I'm just trying to, like, I'm asking him, how would you feel? And we're going back and forth like, man, bro, like, you know, this and that, whatever. Well, we get to making the song. And we have studio lights off. We had like this red light on, and we're just sitting there and we're slamming shots, bro, because there's no way that we're about to mentally do this without being faded. Like, you know what I mean? I needed to get somewhere dark, you know what I'm saying? And quick, you know what I mean? So we're getting there. And I look over to my pops, and I'm asking him, man, how would you feel if, like, your son died tomorrow? How would you feel? And then we're just like, man, bro, like, whatever. I turn around, I look at my dad. I'm like, Pops, how would you feel? If I got shot and killed tomorrow, how would you feel? My pops is like, bro, don't even fucking ask me that question. You know what I'm saying? And so then he's like, well, I guess Pop started kind of thinking about it. So in the middle of us recording and we're going back and forth and, you know, hey, nah, you know what, take that off and nah, let's go this way. Like, you know, okay, now it's starting to sound too much like this. Let's try. We're really nitpicking at this song, trying to put ourselves in the spot. I guess it got so uncomfortable for my dad. He got up and left. He was like, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'll see y'all later. Like, this is too much for me. You know what I'm saying?
How did you feel about them wanting to make a song for your son?
Man,
you had heard that they were wanting to do something like that.
And man, shout out to Angie's brothers out there, man. There's already plenty of songs already that the high schoolers are already doing out of the love they have for my son. And whenever Phaze had called, or whenever I called Phaze, man, I don't even remember that, and we had started chopping it up. I had met OT and Phaze through the phone, and man, off the rip, I just felt love, man. And man, I told Phaze that night while I was, man, already on the way back to the hospital. I told Phaze, I was just like, man, my son gained me up on your music already. Like, man, it was a blessing to even see you there. I appreciate, you know, the love and support you're giving. Like, man, I already know how much it means to Andrew.
Yeah.
So at the time, man, little baby Drew, because again, like, you know, he was somebody I personally knew in my life, so I'd see him from time to time. You know what I mean? But he was a little jokester, bro. And at the time, I was with Gym Tunes. Shout out Gym Tunes. You know what I mean? But I remember walking into the house one time and he would be like, "Oh shit, Jim C's is in my house." You know what I'm saying? Like, cracking little jokes. I'd be like, "Man, shut up, bro." And like, you know, so I didn't even know that, like, he knew. You know what I mean? But this song, man, we originally made it just for them. We didn't plan to release it. We didn't plan to show anybody.
So it was just supposed to be made and given to them. And
it was as a gift, like, here, this is for you and your family. Like, you know what I mean? So on and so forth.
I remember when Phaze was like, "Man, this is for y'all, but you know, whatever you want to do." I'm like, "Man, what? This needs to be heard." You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
when he came through and heard the song for the first time, I was telling him,
which was the first time I met him, brother.
Yeah. So he walks to the door and like already kind of like, it's like, you know, whatever. Well, as an artist, when you just spend all this time and deep thought and, like, you know what I mean, trying to put yourself in somebody's shoes, the only thing you can hope for is like, I hope I got it right. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, the whole time he's listening, like, you know, we started playing it or whatever, and I'm just kind of like looking for that tear. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see if I did something here. You know what I mean? Well, when I tell you this man was uncontrollably crying, you know, the first time he ever heard the record, it was like, okay, like, and then once he was able to speak, he was just like, I don't know how the fuck you were able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to just, everything you said was on point. Everything you said was on point, and everything was just like fell together so perfectly. And there were still certain bars in there that I just kind of didn't know, like, was gonna be, like, it was kind of questionable for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had to just, you know, after talking to him and, you know, just kind of getting to know everything a little bit more, I'm really, really proud. Then out of nowhere, we're like, you know what? Let's shoot a little visual, right?
Yeah.
So I hit a Molly. Shout out Molly Wop, you know.
Let's go further with it.
Yeah, let's go further with it. Right?
Yeah.
So we show up, and Shit, you want to tell them that story? How that went?
Man, just backed up real quick. I felt honored, man. It felt love. Like, man, whenever I even walked in and met them and heard the song, it was just something different, you know. It really was, man, because I was actually going through it. But going to Molly Wops, and you know, I get there and Phaze answers the door in a black shirt and some black pants and a hat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, man, just think none of it. We're there. And then like 5, 6, 7 minutes afterwards, man, he's getting ready. Like, he's getting out they're already about to do the scenes and shit. And man, I look up from looking down, bro, and I see the red on him. Man, started crying.
Yeah.
Man, I hear Andrew in my head, my son Andrew, like, man, dude, that's live, right? Like, that's something my son Andrew would, you know, be telling me, like, man, like, he that's what he would be feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, it's crazy because he reminded me of the way I was back then without it even being the dress code anymore. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of us did it, but I was a motherfucker with the black Dickie shorts with the black tee, or the red Dickie shirt with the red Dickie shorts, you know what I'm saying? With man's, man, so
leading the block.
yeah, so at the end of the day, like when he dressed like that, I was like, man, what the hell? Like in my head, I'm like, man, what? Like, but he just reminded me so much of myself, man. And yeah, it was beautiful, man. Like the whole time.
Shit, and then
the
when
first time I even heard the song over there, I couldn't control myself. And
it was a hard.
Man, Molly Wop couldn't control myself. It's just something that I need to release. You know what I'm saying? This is my therapy.
It was a hard video to shoot, yo. The first take, I cried. I'm wearing glasses in the video, but I cried the very first take because it's a hard song to sing still to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when I'm singing it, it puts me back to where, you know, I said on the radio earlier. You know what I mean? This is something that I had mentally put myself in, but it did that. This was reality for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it was like, just to sing it and temporarily fill that spot, it's just kind of like, man, like it just brings you back to, like, I can't believe that y'all are really going through this. You know what I'm saying? These are some strong individuals right here because, like, I mean, any parent could agree that if something like this were to happen to them, not a lot of us can be as strong as that. You know what I'm saying?
And I give all glory to God every day.
There's people out there that they would fold. You know what I mean? There's people out there that they would fold. Or at least think about it a whole lot. You know what I mean? And so it was like, but the song, when you really break it down and pay attention, it's a lot of questions, right? Like the first verse, you know, I'm questioning God, like, why couldn't you save him? You know what I mean? The second verse is more like, you know, or it's like, well, how couldn't I have saved you? Or, man, I wish I miss you and I want to turn back time and so on and so forth. And then you go to the second verse and it's like, but now that anger comes out. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I say that. I think I'm getting, day by day, I feel I'm getting better, but then that one day comes, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you go 2-3 days with like, all right, you know, the tears ain't that much. Like, you know what I mean? You're kind of trying to accept it, so on and so forth. But then it could be the smallest thing, a scent, a smell, something that, you know, going to go pick up food or something, and it's just like, there it is again. Put you right back there. Then what comes with that anger that you sitting in the car and just, you know what I mean? I want revenge. But then it's like, you know what, but that's not me, and he wouldn't want that for me either. You know what I'm saying? And there's just like, the song is, all in all, a super complex, like, you know, a whole lot of diverse emotions that I thought, to the best of my ability, that he was feeling as a man, as a father, somebody losing a 15-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Especially by a bullet from a homeboy. Like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? That's the last thing that should have happened. It's the last thing. And so...
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you good.
I want you to speak on your son a little bit, man. Like, he was like a barber and everything. Like, speak on like some of the things he had going on, man.
Man, he was a real beautiful soul, man. Honestly, he kept it real with his friends, like, and you know that means a lot to me now. You know, I understand everything and stuff, but man, like, he was a real good kid, man. He had a hustling passion of doing something and getting it done. And, man, he's been wanting to be a barber since probably elementary.
Oh, shit.
Man, and as many times as I shot it down because he was just so smart. He was just so smart. Not because he was my son, because he proved it through the years of him being in school. And I'm like, man, son, you don't have to work with your hands. Like, I was just trying to preach that to him all the time. And, man, right before his 14th birthday or his 15th birthday, I was just like, man, all right. I was like, all right, you want to be a barber? Like, after years and years of him putting it in my ear, putting it in my head. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I was telling him, like, you're a sophomore. I'm like, man, 2 more years going to be out of high school. I'm like, so start getting what you want to be doing with your career. Like, start getting it down now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to start thinking about your future. And I was just like, all right, I gave in him being a barber. So, sure enough, man, like a day before his birthday, 2 days before his birthday, we get everything he needs. Man, we're out there, and, man, shout out Tier 1 Barbershop for sure. Shout out Jay Espinosa. Man, they started pointing me at the right direction. And Andrew was like, you know, he'll go to Soul Blindy, you know, and shout out them as well, you know what I'm saying? Really? And, man, he'll go everywhere, and he'll be like, man, you know my dad? Like, you know, like, you know my dad, Andrew, like, from the Trade Center.
Yeah,
like, man, yeah, man, what? Man, usually it's all love, you know what I'm saying? And, man, we would go over there and stuff. He didn't know I knew Jay Espinosa, and we get there, and, man, small world, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, man, your son, what? He's big. What? He wants to be a barber. How old is he? I'm like, man, he's about to turn 15 years old. Get everything he needs, bro. And he was just on his journey. He was really on his way. You know what I'm saying? He already had open doors to, Faded Vision. You know what I'm saying? Shout out D3. You know, really, really motivated my son in every aspect of just having your own, you know what I'm saying, barbershop, owning your own clippers, you know what I'm saying, owning your own everything, you know, clothing, branding and shit. So that was a good, and that's where I always point to my son too. Like,
man, he probably sees that also just within the family alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, off the rip, yeah. With everything else, you know what I'm saying? And man, just with that, so man, he was just a good kid, man. He really was. Like everyone, like I'm talking about everyone, man. Everyone that I didn't even know until now, you know, spoke the same words. Like if they're telling one another, like, hey, say this about Andrew. You know what I'm saying? Next to hey, say this about Andrew. Now they're all saying the same thing. He was a very loving kid, supported everything. Anytime he was downtown or anytime he was eating, he was always sharing his plate. Every time he was downtown and his little homies didn't have a ride, he was always wanting to give them a ride. Like he was, man right there, just always had the kindest heart. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, man.
Most definitely. I remember one time he had a little setup in the crib. Or one time walking to the crib, and that's whenever he was like, oh, Dempsey's in my house, whatever. And he goes, he's like, hey, you gonna let me give you a fade? And I was like, psych. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
He wonders why I carry him right
now. He was a big brother, man. He has 5 other siblings, man, and he got 2 brothers and 3 sisters. And he was the oldest, so shit, out of everything, he was real responsible. Like, you know what I'm saying? He real mannered, real well mannered, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, he was a real good kid, man. He really was.
Yeah, man. It was the whole story, man, is to even, you know, for us to even be a part of this is a huge honor because I really didn't realize how big of a following that Baby Drew had, you know what I mean? And you know, so I was just like, once I saw the numbers, we posted a snippet of the video. I don't know if you saw it or not. But
hell yeah.
That motherfucker reached over 40,000 views. You know what I'm saying? Just a snippet, just the first 30 seconds of the verse hit over 40,000 views. And then did over, I don't even know how many on Insta. That was just Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It was going crazy. And so I was like, you know what? That's what this is something that we need to push and that we need to really, you know, go hard with. You know what I'm saying? And I've been seeing Right and High podcast for a minute already, and I was just like, you know what? I think we need to merge platforms and really because when it comes down to it, nobody's doing podcasts like y'all in the city right now.
Appreciate you, man. Hell yeah.
So appreciate y'all
coming
through. Really appreciate you having us, bro. For real, it's all love, baby. But it was one of those things where I was like, you know what? Let's hit up John Bell. Let's hit up Right and High. Let's you know, I said it on the radio too. Why not go to the best studio, go to the best videographer, and now we had the best podcast. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? That's just how we feel. It's how we love. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's on the live and that stuck around. There's a good about 40, 50 of y'all that have just been watching this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Shout out to y'all, man.
Shout out to y'all for real. Make sure you like and share and, you know, drop the comments.
Carry the message.
Yeah.
Carry the message.
For sure. Man, what y'all got coming up next, man, musically?
All right. So, I'm not gonna speak too much, but let's just say that I went solo. I'm starting up my own wave, and we got some shit coming for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that know that, you know, that follow me and that been waiting for new music from me. I disappeared for about a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? After everything kind of just went left, I needed to step back away from everybody and I have everybody in my business. You know what I'm saying? So, because there was just way too many people in my business. So I stepped back, went to work, and started just pushing, dog. So I got about 3 solid projects coming out that are pretty much ready to go. We're just kind of perfecting things up and, you know what I mean, really just song selecting and stuff like that. But, yeah, and but it's going to be, the new name is going to be called New Age.
Oh, really?
So y'all see some New Age hats and some jackets coming out soon, you know what I mean? And hopefully everybody's still rocking with me by that time because I do procrastinate like a motherfucker, you know what I mean?
You got to get on the ball this time.
Yeah, most
for everything.
most definitely. You know, but This is probably one of the biggest records that, you know, whenever I told him, man, like when I got Facebook back, I said, y'all pretty much making me do this because I was still off. I was still off social media. I wasn't posting. I wasn't doing nothing. I was a ghost. You couldn't find me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? If I'm going to pop back out, then this is the record I'm going to pop back out with.
Hell yeah.
So, you know.
Is it going to be on the project?
It definitely is. Not well. It won't be on a project. It'll be its own single. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
bet,
It'll be its
bet.
own. It'll be its own single.
Y'all run them numbers up on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Show.
It'll definitely. It's definitely gonna be available for stream, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever you got. But this is a huge record. This is something that we're super honored to be a part of. And I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as we did. You know, and as much as we do. And like I said, it was one hell of a record to make. It's probably one of the hardest ones. It's probably one of my biggest that I've ever dropped. So.
Already, for damn sure. Hell yeah. Shit. Before we get up out of here, OT, let us know what you got going on, man.
Man, it's JLT from Overtime Entertainment. We got a lot going on, actually. My brother YB has an album coming out. It's called Babyface OG. I myself have an album coming out called Forgive Me Later. I got some singles that are going to be dropping just to promote the album, but you can expect a lot from us from here on out. I've done a lot of structuring of things to make everything make sense. I put all the puzzle pieces together. I appreciate everybody that's been patient with us while we formulated this whole situation and continue to support and rock with us. That shit means the world to me. So just understand how much I respect it. I respect y'all. I'm super reachable to anybody that wants to do anything musically. If you're musically inclined and you're looking for somewhere that you want to formulate your craft, I'm open, man. So I'm not somebody that you can't get in touch with. Overtime Entertainment, you can look me up on Instagram, JOT/414, or on Facebook, Jordan McGinnis. But yeah, let's work.
Shout out everybody in the live that stuck around and watched the video.
Yeah. Shout out everybody.
Shit, if anybody got any questions, go ahead and drop them hoes in the comments. We here.
Yeah, if y'all got some questions, y'all let us know in the comments, man. If y'all got any
Yeah.
questions for the guys,
We here
man.
right now. I appreciate all the love. You know, the family appreciates all the love. Y'all just keep sharing. Y'all keep just pushing this record. Let's get it big, and that's
And again, I just wanna. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanna really say how much I'm honored to be a part of this whole process. I feel like this is even bigger than what we know is happening right now. Like, this is absolutely gonna grow into something that we probably can't even fathom right now, and hopefully it reaches a lot of kids and touches people's hearts in a way that's gonna change some lives. So, like, as honored as I am to be here right now, I'm only just super excited to see what this brings to the future and what type of movement we can create behind Baby Drew's name. And from now on, it's Drew's World, and I'm just honored to be a part of this. Thank you to the family for allowing us to be a part of it. I love you guys, man, for real.
Man, and also I wanted to touch up on all this gun violence, man. It's just there's a lot of kids out here having to pack their heat, you know what I'm saying, and feeling like they need to for whatever reason, when it don't even make any sense, you know what I'm saying? So-called like, oh, they're fucking with my girl, or is it right if I cuss?
Yeah,
all right. Yeah. Man, you know what I'm saying? My bad, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Or even if it's on some, oh, he robbed me type shit, or, whatever it is. But I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, once you carry a gun, you're obligated to either defend yourself when shit gets popping or keep it tucked in. So if you're in a situation to where the dude across from you is automatically, you already feel the vibe where he's going to want to pull it out and do something, and he's already pulling it out, you already put yourself in the predicament of even carrying a gun and being around a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm trying to lead the younger generation, man. I met a lot of high schoolers, man, and people, kids that even just graduated, and we had a back to school event, man. Shout out my sister at Beauty Crush for sure, man. We had a Drew's World school event.
Oh yeah, I saw that all on Facebook.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of love, man. It was a lot of love, and at the end of the day over there, man, like I had a lot of Andrew's friends show up that is like I consider family now. And now I'm like, man, you could call me anytime. Like, you know, and I'm always gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna be the yes man next to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love, man. And at the end of the day, I'm like, man, I feel like everyone I know around me is just like, man, I could put you anywhere. Tell me what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to work over here? You know what I'm saying? You trying to get in the oil field, or you trying to do music? Man, what? You trying to do boxing? I just linked up with El Perro out here in Corpus. Man, what? And you know, I was just chopping it up with him, talking about just the younger generation, just wanting to put their time into something else other than just wanting to be out here in the street and just fucking around and fucking up. You know what I'm saying? And just, man, already starting off with the just, man, you know, just a lot of bullshit, man, just a lot of bullshit. So I also wanted to touch upon that because, man, ain't nothing worth even having to lose a son or lose a friend or, you know, anybody.
Family member.
Anybody. Hell yeah. Like, man, ain't nothing worth it. Like, man, ain't none of that worth it.
At all.
Hell yeah.
Man, let everybody know where they can follow y'all there one more time before we get up out of here, man.
Man, on my Instagram, Family Man Drew. Family Man Drew.
Spell it. Nah, play it. No, play it. You can follow me at the letter J Phaze _
And you can follow me on Instagram at JLT414, and you can follow me on Facebook at Jordan McGinnis.
Hey, I don't know if y'all tell this motherfucker got a DJ voice like a motherfucker. Every time he get into the mic, he said, "Hey, I don't know if y'all really got a," you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? No, but yeah, man, I appreciate you having us, bro. For real. I appreciate you helping us release this project.
And let me do a couple shout outs. Shout out to my team. Shout out to Wise Murphy. Shout out to Wes. Shout out to YB. Shout out to KP. Shout out to everybody that's ever helped us do anything significant. Shout out to DJ Lil King for allowing us to be on his platform. It's super appreciated. And this is, like I said, for a bigger movement. And so thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Overtime all the time, bitch.
For sure, man. Hey, appreciate y'all coming through. Hey, y'all make sure y'all run the video up. Link in the captions, you know what I'm saying? Link in the description, whatever platform you on. Hey, man, it's your boy DJ Lil King. Baby Drew, Drew's World, you know what I'm saying? Y'all run them up, you know what I'm saying? Run them numbers up, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all probably should start a foundation or something, you know? That's what you should do, you know what I'm saying?
That's what we had talked about. I had mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually doing some shit
Already,
yeah.
for sure. Hey, man, y'all make sure you follow.
Hold on. We got a question.
Already.
It says, Phaze, how did it feel for Andrew to jam your music and to have how did it
song for him?
and to make this song for him?
We answered it earlier in the interview, but go ahead. You want to answer it one more time real quick?
She talking about you or for Baby Drew?
How did it feel for Andrew to jam your music and I had the honor of making the
Actually,
song?
Oh, you, yeah. No, I think she's talking about him. Oh, she's talking about Baby
She's
Drew.
talking about Baby Drew. She said because you're making a song for him.
No, he's Andrew. Yeah, whatever. Hey, whatever. Anyways, the song, yeah, they had honor to make a song for him. Trish, the song was, I mean, it feels great. Like I said earlier, it's a real big honor to be a part of. It's something that, you know, I never. Oh, she said about Baby Drew. She cleared it up, everybody. She cleared it up. Yeah, Menace is always right. Everybody put hashtag Menace is always right in the comments. No, Trish, it was a super big honor. It was a really hard record to do. I mean, I didn't even know Baby Drew was a big fan of my music until he told me. I didn't know that he knew who I was. I didn't know that he would just jam my music on the regular. I didn't know that he knew like the lyrics to it. I didn't have any idea. So after I found out, it definitely meant a whole lot more. Like it was one of those things where I just, you know, it was a super emotional song for me to make. But after finding out that Lil Bro was actually like a little fan for me, it made me feel even more better. And I know he's up there smiling. He's the one that's making these numbers go crazy, honestly. You know what I mean?
And let me just say something, Phaze, bro. I really thank you for bringing this to my attention, bro, and like letting me be a part of this journey with you because you didn't have to. And like, man to man, brother, you're my brother. I love you to death, dog. Like,
Yeah, no, it was. I couldn't have done it without you, bro.
Thank you.
This was a like I said, it was a tag team effort. There's bars in there that we just kind of we would go back and forth on. Like it was super structured. The song could have went a million different ways the way it was panning out, but this is the way that it came out, and this is the way that we really sat there and put a lot of thought and emotion into it. And like I said, it's really big. I'm really honored to be a part of it. Yeah, straight Ronnie Perez, I see you in the comments, yo. I appreciate you. Everybody that's been commenting, don't think that we don't see you. We definitely see you. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate it. Everything. You know, I'm over here getting tongue tied, but yeah.
Gotti Green in this motherfucker, Menace in this motherfucker.
Man, how was Z95, man?
Hey, man.
Earlier today, man.
Z95 was dope, bro. Z95 was dope.
Shout out Big Bell.
Yeah, shout out Big Bell the Kid. He shout out Big Bell the Kid. It was dope, man. We got there. We we got on live over there. There was a bunch of people on live when we're on just on my Facebook. There's a bunch of people on there, and then on Instagram. So there was a bunch of people tapped in. Afterwards we got a bunch of videos of people jamming the song in the car and stuff, and it was dope, you know. So people prior had already heard the song. They just hadn't seen the visual, you know. Yeah, for sure. But today was a super huge day, man. Today was a super huge day.
Yeah, real emotional, like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Every time it gets played, it's one of those songs. I mean, people that know too, like I did a tribute for my cousin Merc Rock, you know, with Menace. And even that tribute was that was my own cousin. You know what I mean? And even that tribute was hard to make. I still cry to it to this day. But for some like this is my second tribute. This one's definitely right alongside that one.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? So
sure. But hey, man, appreciate everybody tuned in. Shout out Daddy Creed, man. We see you out there. Shout out Gotti Green.
Yeah, let's see who's in here. Let's see who's in this comments.
Show, man. Yeah. Hey, man, it's the Riding High Podcast, man.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all, man.
DJ Lil King, J.O.T., Phaze, Drew up in here, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Menace back there. Shout out to the family and everybody back behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Gotti Green back there. Shout out to my dude Alex behind the scenes today, helping me today, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all make sure you follow the guys on all their platforms. Follow the Riding High Podcast at Riding High Podcast on all platforms. Hey, man, we out this thing, man.